Hey, welcome to Prison Professors. I am Michael Santos, and today I am super enthusiastic to talk about to report on a conversation I had this morning with the director or one of the assistant directors of the Bureau of Prisons. For many years, I have worked hard to try and bring these programs inside of the Bureau of Prisons for obvious reasons. I have an affinity for people in federal prison because I was in there for 9,500 days. And while I was in there, I was always looking for opportunities that would allow me to grow and prepare for success and reject the criminal mindset and just focus on what do I need to do to emerge from this experience with my dignity intact and with opportunities to function in society and reach my highest potential. Now I've been home this is my 7th year of being free from the prison system. And during those 7 years, I've built a number of businesses. I've been extremely active, but I've always been passionate about wanting to share more stories with people in jail and prison. I want them to understand how the decisions they make today influence their prospects for success or potentially put them on a pathway to further problems within the criminal justice system. Well, over the past 7 years, we have been successful in getting into the Washington State Department of Corrections. We've been involved with the New York City Department of Corrections, every state prison in California, Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. I've been in a few federal prisons, including the United States Penitentiary in Atwater, the United States or FCI Federal Correctional Institution in Victorville, and the ADX Supermax Security Prison in Florence, Colorado, and the USP in Florence, Colorado, and the FCI in Florence, Colorado. And, that's it for the federal system. And off the top, then there was prisons in Guam and Saipan. So we've really been around the country, but I've really wanted to expand throughout the Bureau of Prisons. And now with the advancement of the First Step Act, the Bureau of Prisons is really more receptive to getting this type of information that will help people understand what is the reason to participate in vocational programs? What is the reason to participate in educational programs? And after having a conversation with them today, I have an invitation to go to Washington, D.C. and meet with the executive staff of the Bureau of Prisons and talk with them about what we're doing. I'm super enthusiastic to be working with other formerly incarcerated people. One of the people I'm working with now, his name is Casper Tobias. You can see in some of the earlier episodes of YouTube the interview that I did with him, and he's a guy that will really help me spread this message. And number one, because he personally went through it. He was arrested when he was 17 years old and served a 5-year sentence in prisons of medium to high security prisons because of decisions that he made. But eventually, he had the mindset to just say, I don't want to be in here for the rest of my life, and I want to start preparing for success. And so he moved away from relationships with people that had kind of a criminal mentality and just started to focus on educating himself. And he got out of prison. He earned his education with regard to learning photography and videography, and he built a business around that. And so I've hired him to teach me so that I could learn a little bit more about videography. And then we're creating a workflow so that I can film the videos, load them onto a cloud-based system, and he can do the editing off-site and then give them back to me, and I can load them up the way that I need to load them up to get into these various institutions. So it's really encouraging for me to be able to bring this message to people inside. I've been doing it since I got out of prison. I will continue doing it because I really want to see more people emerge with opportunities to grow and to prosper. And the more they understand the relationship between their decisions today and their prospects for success tomorrow, the more I feel as if I am living up to the inspiration I got from leaders, from people who've gone through struggle in their lives and become successful. And ironically, that's the same thing that Casper said, is that he was inspired by people who were in prison serving life sentences that kind of encouraged him to change his life and go back to society. And because he doesn't want to let those people down, he wants to live up to the trust they placed in him. He has made some good decisions, and now he's a successful business guy and leads his family. And he's been out of prison now for 18 years. And that's the kind of message that I want to bring into jails and prisons. We see too much negativity about, the people who serve time in prison, how the challenges that they have and how they revert to behavior that brings them back inside. I'm a big believer that the institutions themselves sometimes condition the behavior by not giving people this message of hope. And so I'm super enthusiastic and super encouraged that prison administrators are getting to be more receptive to working with us and bringing the prison professors message inside. We're also working with businesses to help business leaders understand how decisions in the course of business can lead to government investigations and perhaps their employees becoming witnesses to investigations or subjects or targets of investigations. Now that leads to prosecution. So a lot of work to be done, but I'm just really super enthusiastic for an opportunity to provide, and our entire team at Prison Professors is really looking forward to helping you. So if you have a loved one in prison or you're going into the system, make sure that you visit prisonprofessors.com. We have books and courses to help people. But if you just want the free information, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get this information. We try to produce content every single day, and we pipe it into jails and prisons. We'll be teaching all kinds of lessons that we think people need to know in order to spread more awareness on what does it take to emerge successfully. I am Michael Santos with Prison Professors. I want to thank you for being a part of our program. Do hope that you subscribe, and if you ring the bell, I think you get notified every time we publish a video, but we publish all the time. So we'll also be having some Facebook live programs and YouTube live programs coming up soon. So hope that you are a part of our community and we can maybe profile your story. Thanks.